All right, welcome everyone to episode 16 of TableStory. Is it 16? It's 16. We agreed it was 16, where Fora hits everyone with a dismembered leg. Welcome to the dismembered leg episode of TableStory Ascendance. What's going on, guys? Actually, Wally, you're on the screen, so don't get naked yet.
Oh no.
Oh, that's just a bummer. Oh no.
There goes my plan for the evening.
Right, though? I mean,
I was gonna go out in style, damn it.
I was hoping for, like, our last episode, I was just gonna stand up and get super naked. That was my plan.
Is that how you get naked, Jay? You just stand up? And
I just stand up. My clothes fall off. They actually fall off.
You know what happens to a toad when its clothes fall off?
The same thing that
It gets banned just like everyone else.
It gets banned like everyone else. Oh, all right, welcome, guys, to episode 16. Let me turn down the music a little bit. Jesse, did you get a haircut?
I did.
You got a haircut.
Fairly dramatic one.
Actually, I was gonna say, weren't you snowboarding? Like, did you go for the weekend or?
I was gone for just Sunday. I took a day off. I streamed Saturday as usual, but then like at the end of it, there was a bunch of pals in the area were talking about going snowboarding, and I was like, I haven't had a proper day off in like
7 years.
2012, so might as well. So we went up there on Sunday. It was my first time snowboarding too, so I was
Oh, dude, that's sick.
spent the first couple hours just learning to keep my balance, and then it was pretty fun after that.
I can't.
Did you fall off?
And it was a good workout. Yeah.
Did you fall off?
I would describe it more as chose to sit down preemptively. Well, no, I honestly didn't fall very much because it was like, I mean, it just depends on how you define falling. I didn't take any bad falls. I'll put it that way. I didn't have any bad falls.
Yeah.
I didn't have any bad falls. I'll put it that way. I never impacted the ground at a high velocity. Like there was a lot of it where I was going too fast and I didn't really know how to stop properly. So it just kind of become this like sit down and drag on the ground for a second because I couldn't figure out how to put on the brakes the right way for the first couple hours.
I've had that with rollerblades. I could never stop with rollerblades, so I would just
That's
jump.
different.
I would just jump on the grass.
The grass. Okay. I was like, dude,
actually-
pavement and snow or like.
I'm actually pretty good at rollerblading. I was never all that great at
I love
skateboarding.
rollerblading.
I could rollerblade.
But
I
I've been
can't brake.
skiing before, and I'm fairly competent at skiing as well. But snowboarding was like
Snowboarding's
very
so different. Yeah, if you learn how to rollerblade, you can ski decently. You can do I love cross country skiing, but snowboarding. I tried snowboarding once, and I just ate shit the entire time. There's no way for me to get around it.
See, I even found skateboarding to be much easier. I guess with snowboarding is a little bit off-putting in the sense that you can't lift your feet off the board to anchor on. At least with the skateboard, if you start to lose your balance or whatever, you can just
you separate yourself from the problem immediately. Yeah, with a snowboard, you are the problem. Yeah,
with snowboarding, you're kind of screwed. You're locked in. So,
dude, I just hear horror stories of like people like hitting a tree. And they're not wearing a helmet, and it's like over.
Or getting eaten by a bear.
That's dramatic. Yeah.
That was the one warning I didn't get.
You're gonna have to be careful going about 40 miles an hour down the slopes. The bears love to chase. There's a video.
It's like the Yeti from Ski Free.
Yeah, right.
There's down the Black Diamond Trail and just.
There's a video of this chick snowboarding or skiing on top of a mountain, and she takes a fall. She's got like a GoPro behind her. She takes a fall, or she's holding a selfie stick. And, like, in the background, as she's setting up, there's, like, a massive, like, hulking brown bear that just, like, walks into frame. And she starts to go again and not realizing. And, like, this bear just starts, like, chasing her, like, full-on sprinting. She doesn't even realize. Like, eventually she loses the bear. But I think it's, like, a solid 30 seconds to a minute of this brown bear just diving through the snow, chasing after her. And she's like...
Oh my God.
I'm skiing or I'm snowboarding.
Lucky.
Yeah,
there was actually a warning on the mountain where we went up to that just warned them. It just basically warned the bears to stay clear or they might get eaten by wild fairlights. I'm just kidding. Actually, that was why I postponed the beard trim, because I figured if I am going to get attacked by a bear, maybe I could confuse them into thinking I'm one of them.
Yeah,
with the shag I had going.
You just speak like Gotho, and they just.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They just and then they leave. So I waited till I got back down to go get the trim.
Oh man,
I
yeah.
wanna
Somebody
point
said
out-
that it's first thing on YouTube is skier chased by a bear. If you type in skier, it's oh man, that gave me like goosebumps, right? Like what if you were just a little bit slower, just a little bit slower.
I have to see this.
I want to point out for the few people that'll get this reference, Fairlight's new haircut is the canon Doom Guy haircut. Flynn Taggart's is who is the name of Doom Guy. That is his canon haircut right there.
You love Doom a little too much.
I love it.
Didn't you play
have I
that
told you
new
about
one
the
for like
novel?
3
I've
months
read several
straight?
times. What's up?
I think didn't you play the new Doom for like 3 months straight?
Oh yeah, I teared up as soon as it started. It was great.
Yeah, somewhere around that. It's been a year.
Meanwhile, I posted on Twitter that even Overwatch had a better single-player campaign than Doom, and apparently a lot of people didn't like that opinion.
Can we talk about that new Overwatch update real quick?
I haven't actually had a chance to mess with it yet.
No.
No.
I think you.
I was going to
Elspeth, and
today,
I-
but the friend who was going to play bailed on me.
Oh.
So
I think you, Elspeth, and I we're the only people that play
she's not even paying
Overwatch.
attention.
She's like, she's watching the bear
cannot be
video,
real.
right?
He's watching
Right?
a bear
This
chase
Hold
a
on.
deer
be
down a
fake.
mountain. That's what
This
she's
has
doing.
to be fake.
Hold on.
that was
Somebody
like the
said it was
verbal
proven to be
equivalent.
a hoax, but I'm not. Hold on. I'll show the video.
Something on YouTube is a fake.
I'm sorry.
One
I just
sec.
that just looks. It just looks.
I'll
I
show
don't think
the-
bears give up that easily.
I just basically
That's what
verbally
makes it
subtweeted Elspeth, and she didn't notice.
God dang
Hold on.
it!
I'll show this video on stream. It's insane though. You can just see the bear walking around,
I'm sorry. It just.
and she's just like, I know it looks a little fake, but like, imagine if it
I
was
want to
real.
believe.
Imagine
I
if
wanna
D&D
believe.
was real.
Dragon shirt on.
Yeah, she just starts to go, and this
At
bear
what point
just.
do we see the bear, Jay?
You start
Oh,
to see
sweet
it.
Jesus!
I think it looks actually, now that I look over it, it looks pretty CGI, but like, I don't have the eye for that shit, so
Oh,
There's-
hold on. Where's this link? Let me take a look.
I just type in skier chased by bear. It looks
it's the first
pretty.
thing that
It looks pretty fucking
Skier
real
chased
though.
by
That looks
bear.
real.
Yeah, there's a lot of parts that look more real than they do fake. So
I mean, theoretically, because she's probably jamming. I doubt it. It just looks like it can't keep up with her.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
especially because she goes over the dip there, right?
She looks like she's on a pretty steep slope. So
yeah. That.
she'd be
Oh.
jamming.
Oh man.
It's funny. Now, okay, let's take this.
It's a popular video. That's all I'm gonna
Is-
say.
Yeah.
Is the bear attacking her because she's moving away, like a predatory thing, or is it just fucking around? You know.
Probably.
I
I
don't
mean,
think bears
I
fuck
mean,
around. I think
bear-
if they're chasing you, they probably want to
yeah. It's
engage
a.
in.
They want to take your snowboard.
They
That's
will-
I mean,
maybe-
bears
so
have been documented in multiple attacks for having like chase tendencies, and you're often advised if you encounter a bear to like leave slowly
Or just play
So-
dead, yeah.
or play dead is the other one.
Is that an actual
Which is-
thing?
What
I
you
don't
do
know
is,
how you
and also run downhill is the other one because bears don't like because
Can you
they're
imagine they just start to roll?
well no that's the
Then,
thing
right?
Their
Like, you're running
their
down,
front
you just, like,
legs-
The bear just.
Their front-
as
the
it's
bear's
rolling by
front
you.
legs are, I guess, shorter than their back
Yeah.
legs. I forget reading the description of it, but basically they don't handle downhill quite as well.
Hmm.
So instead of climb a tree, which is the worst thing you can do because the bear's going to come
Bears
right
can climb faster than they can run.
Yeah,
just
right.
run downhill, and the bear will actually have to like stop and slowly navigate downhill as opposed to, or just like start rolling.
Yeah, it depends how well can you handle downhill. Though.
I mean, I will handle downhill. However, I have to
Yeah,
handle
if there's a
I
bear
would go
chasing you,
ass
yeah.
over tea kettle if I went down. I'd be like, well, I got those bear physics.
Yeah. If
I
there's
don't-
a
I don't know,
bear
man.
involved, I can handle it.
I'm not a bear scientist, but it sounds like it makes sense, so I'll go with it.
That's what they're called, right?
Bear scientists, yeah, they're actually called bear scientists.
bear-
Crocodile
I'm a bear
Crocodile Dundee, he was a crocodile scientist. Oh, apparently that video is a fake. Okay, confirmed by
Yeah.
Molly.
Like the video. It's hard to say, like just by looking at it, whether it's fake. But the fact that the bear is so far in the background and obscured by the snow makes it like hard to judge
Yeah.
how realistic.
Yeah, there's like
it is.
when it comes into frame, it looks CGI, but then as it's chasing, it looks like hella
No,
real. So that was it was torn.
that and the quality, like the quality of her video, like she is super high res, as is all of her surroundings. But then the bear,
The bear's a little, yeah. That's what gives you that. What is it? You go into Uncanny Valley there, where it looks like it's way too out of place. But I don't know. Is it?
You ever seen the wildlife things, and it's the guy like out in like the safari, and he's got a big stick. You know, like what is he doing with a big stick? And if a lion comes at you and jumps at you, you're supposed to ram the stick down their throat, and that's like the only way to stop them. Because the weight of them and the pressure will gag them, and it'll freak them out, and they'll back off.
Really?
So there's this guy out there in like the African safari.
So
and
you
he's
have
got
like you have one chance to live.
I know,
If
right?
you miss,
Two lions?
you're fucked, right? Like,
What
what?
I was like, what the? I don't want a big stick. I want a gun.
sticks.
Exactly. Give me a gun, or like, just put me in a car and don't leave.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen those
Yeah,
videos at like the safaris where the lions like jump on the cars and they just put their paw over the windshield and it's like half of the driver's side? Like,
This is
No,
what
thank
it's like
you.
to be dinner. This is the great
yeah,
experience.
exactly. Yeah. Oh,
Okay, so hold up. I'm fact checking myself before someone else gets to do it.
Yeah.
And don't run downhill from a bear; they'll still outrun you.
Fair enough.
So I feel like all of that weight
I
would just propel them into you. Like,
I just googled
What are we supposed
how to deal with a bear encounter, and it's saying your best options are
Don't.
don't run downhill, don't climb a tree. Those are both terrible. It says play dead, or alternately make yourself as big as possible, raise your arms and make tons of noise because bears like to bluff and will often back down.
Is that for all bears? I would assume some bears are more aggressive than
yeah, I
others.
think doesn't that only work on grizzlies or?
I was gonna say that's
I
like
mean,
I thought it was
if
just
it's a
grizzlies
grizzly
that was.
bear-
I was like,
Yeah, because it's like there's a
grizzlies
thing
are
out
the one
there.
that's not bluffing.
Yeah, there's-
Grizzlies aren't the bluffers.
What is it?
Like,
What is it? It's a
they're-
thing out there. It's like
you
you
get
can
the
you can
black
bluff a
bears around
black
here.
bear, but if it's a grizzly, you're fucked. Like, I think so, or maybe it's the other way around. Because like black bears are pretty docile, but grizzlies can get like, they go in, they just eat you.
Let's living here in California, we have with the national parks and stuff like that. Every year people are killed by various things they shouldn't be anywhere near.
Yeah, right. So what's that? Have you guys seen the video of the dude that punches a kangaroo?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yes.
okay.
Did you see? Did you see the follow-up video where the
So-
kangaroo goes to his house and is like banging on the window? Like it's standing in front of his house and he's got this massive like bay window that's 15 feet tall and it's just
Wait,
like
you're
I guess
shitting me, right?
it's tinted so that
I
the
don't know
kangaroo
if that
can't
gets
see
out,
in, but it's like punching and like ramming itself up against the glass. Oh
it's
man,
not actually the same guy's house.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was him. Yeah.
Why is it like follow him home? Like, hey, what's up, son?
I mean, what if he lives nearby?
It's like knocking on his window.
It was, you should go.
have you seen the kangaroos that flex and stuff? They actually like work out and they'll flex to show off.
Yeah, man. Those things are.
Kangaroos walk around like this because their pecs are so
Have
big.
you seen
That's, like,
their
why they walk
claws? Their claws are like that long. Like
Kangaroos are more evolved versions of men, pretty much.
yeah, it's pretty much yeah. It's a more buff man with less intelligence. It's Gotho.
Don't tell a kangaroo that.
Kangaroo.
I don't
Don't tell
know.
the kangaroo that.
Yeah,
He's
right.
the stupider version of me. Pow! Like,
Gotho is Rue.
Oh man. Yeah, welcome to TableStory, where we learn how to defeat bears.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Very
you guys-
useful if a bear ever comes into play.
I think you guys will all appreciate this. The website Art of Manliness actually has a
Just in
detailed.
case.
It actually has a detailed how to deal with a bear separated by the breed of bear.
good.
So with
Of course, the
black
art of
bears-
manliness.
With black bears, you want to call their bluff and like make yourself appear larger and make noise. But with a grizzly bear, don't attempt this because they're just gonna assume you're trying to be the alpha male, and then like
Yeah.
even a female grizzly bear will just slap you around.
I knew there was
So it
something
says,
there. Yeah.
With grizzlies, play dead. With black bears, man up on them. With brown bears are unlikely to pursue you if you run away.
Yeah, I think brown bears are the more docile. It's like brown bears or black bears. One of them are more docile than the other.
Jesse, I'm just glad you found my site, dude. Honestly.
The art of manliness.
That's-
Manliness, manliness.
Well, it's just like
Did you say manlyless?
I said
Yeah,
I
that's
said
what he
man
wants,
I said
manliness.
manuless. I don't know why. It was
Manulus. Yes, the art of manulus.
so next week you guys face an army of bears. That's gonna be
Army
just an
bears.
army.
They can sense the menstruation.
Oh,
Go figure. Just
From Randall.
just this week, I multi-classed into being a bear shaman. What do you know? How convenient.
I just imagine I imagine Gotha like standing on the edge of the woods and just on a rock and just like brings his staff down and like these bears they all start like running through the forest at Tilsteed. Yeah.
We ride
This is how we beat King Gray is with an army of bears.
bears.
I really wish I could
Bears.
doodle now. I want to see each and every one of our characters deal with a bear, like a three panel comic of us dealing
Well,
with a bear.
I mean, I can help with that.
I can. you
Welcome to week 16. 4 bears are airdropped in little parachutes. Just-
Fireball.
know, hey man, we don't know what you've prepared.
you imagine like I just imagine
Sit
like
down.
Tenchi's like the anti-Ares like throwing fireballs at these bears that are just waiting to fall to the ground. Yeah.
You know,
You can't, like,
Gotho's first attempt would be to sit down and talk to it, right?
Yeah.
I think Elspeth would try and charm it.
brother.
Have you guys seen the video the Russian dude that keeps bears and like he like fights with them and play fights with them and cuddles with them?
Yep.
And he just pets them and it's like they place their paw on his arm and the claws like wrap around his arm fully. Oh my god, dude.
That's the thing.
That's
man.
Igor.
Like,
That right there, that's Igor. He is Igor.
that's the problem with like it's cool to see them all like be able to train and domesticate these like crazy predators, but if they just play around just a little too much,
They end
Yeah.
up like those tiger training dudes.
Yeah.
What were they? Roy
Siegfried and Roy.
What was it? There was a gif of
I almost said the Ringling Brothers. No, Siegfried and Roy, because didn't one of them end up getting severely
I
injured?
think so,
by-
yeah.
one of them got mauled. Yeah.
Speaking
By
of
those tiger training dudes, they're like one of the most successful acts in Las
Yeah.
Vegas. Have been
Siegfried
for
and
like
Roy.
40 years. But yeah,
Yeah.
those tiger training dudes.
I've actually never
we
heard
all
of them.
talk about how dangerous geese are and how
Dude,
Fabio
geese are assholes. Geese
Fabio
are
was attacked
Yeah, I remember that.
on
He
the
was on a roller
years
coaster.
ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
It cut his
If
face.
you're on a roller coaster, I don't think it's like it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, right? You're on a roller coaster. Does the goose attack you? Or are you kind of
You've invaded its
assaulting the goose
space.
at the same time. You know what I
Back,
mean?
back up. What? What?
Okay,
Fabio's
Fabio.
on a
Hey,
roller
Elspeth,
coaster,
welcome back.
and it hit a goose.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 There's a picture of like
pictures of puppies.
she's
The
like I
funny
must
story
I
is
must
after
know.
he got-
Cows.
Let me look
after
at
he got on the roller
bears.
coaster, he
Look
went
at this.
down where the goose had fallen beneath the roller coaster and beat the shit out of it. And I'm not making that up. That's the truth. That's part of the story is that he was
Are
like
you
ridiculous.
Elspeth is literally she's just on immature posting immature links.
I know.
What? It's a fucking picture of cows getting scared by a turtle.
Oh my god. Have you seen the
That's
cats?
adorable.
Cats are afraid of cucumbers. I love
Yes.
those
Yeah,
videos.
that's
Oh
really
my
good.
god.
My cat's not, and
That's-
I have like 200 Snapchats that make me look
Yeah.
like a dumbass.
Flynn's deathly afraid of
Like, "Drink,
socks.
Yeah, he doesn't
If
care.
the equivalent of a cucumber for Flynn is a sock. If he's doing anything, you put a sock down in front of him, he's out. For like 2 hours, he's gone. He hates socks. I don't know what it is. He walks up to my clothing on the floor and he'll fight it. Like it's just inanimate, and he's like, "Fuck you," and then he runs away from it like it's gonna attack him. Animals are so stupid.
Freaking weird animals.
Oh man. All right.
As we sit here talking about.
Yeah.
them.
Right. All right. Delving.
Animals
Let's
dumb.
delving
Animals
into
are so stupid.
episode 16. You guys last week, while I find the musical score, I can't remember what we had. Oh, it was the shit's about to happen. That's what we were at. So last week, you guys entered the Viber's Ruin, or the week before rather, and last week you
2
guys found
weeks ago.
yourselves in an encounter with many of the familiar faces for you, Fora, and you, Gotho, previous people that were in the 9th, a scouting party that was sent over to Viber's Ruin to scout out Tilstead, the city. You guys were sent there on behalf of Tomath, a tiefling currently leading a rebellion in the sewers of Tilstead, city to the west. He sent you there to find munitions so that you could blow the city up when King Grey, the vampire king of Tilstead, came back from his 3-day retreat. You guys opted to go get the munitions yourselves, not come back to Tilstead, instead set a trap in the Fairy Woods on his way back through. You've got 2 days left until he comes through the forest, you've been told. So, entering the keep, you fought a couple of enemies, you threw some bombs, found a discarded leg, made a new friend. I can't remember what you named the leg,
Ralph.
but Ralph the leg. Blew up a chimera inadvertently, and killed a noble paladin woman that had shown you some kindness, but also had a 6-foot-long greatsword. So, and we find ourselves just after a fight with Talon in a hidden room with Gotho and Baranis, and after a fight with a couple of soldiers in the main room. You guys currently resting. I believe Randall, you're looting the Chimera. You're trying to get the heart, right?
I'm extracting the heart. Yes.
Extracting the heart.
For the rich, tasty courage therein.
And I believe Gotho, are you resting? Fora's resting.
Yeah, for us, yeah.
Okay.
Gotho was assisting with skinning the Chimera, collecting teeth and fangs, etc. After being made to climb up and examine the dismembered hand.
Did you guys roll me survival checks for that? I can't remember.
Yes, we did.
I think. Let me.
We
scroll
can
up.
roll again though. But
Just,
I don't remember if I did or not.
I remember I did when I
You
first
yeah,
started,
you rolled a
but Gotho
17 survival.
But Gotho took a rest, so
Yeah.
he might not have.
Yeah,
rolled.
Gotho, you didn't roll a survival, so you roll me a survival check as well. For you're resting, and this was again at the point where you had seen briefly a red flash of eyes from behind you as you heard a noise. The top half of a soldier that was melted by a chromatic orb, dealing acid-based damage, melting half of his body, leaving parts of goo and just muck from the human body. Another side of the room, this top torso of this soldier was quickly whisked through a small passageway underneath a raised dais in the middle of this room. And you saw a red flash of eyes as a kobold looked at you as he took the body, went and just ran as far as he could back down the hole. You also, you see past the portcullis that you had previously closed, Randall previously closed rather, the two soldiers that had gotten struck with darts, they're now waking up, and on the other side are soldiers kind of milling about the bottom of the other end of the portcullis, shouting out to their comrades in the hall. So what do you guys want to do?
Fora's napping. Did she wake up?
Yeah, you were. I mean, like a short rest. If you wanted to nap, the kobold would have woken you up, and the shouting from down the way would have woken you up as well. It seems like the two have like kind of regarded you all, but they don't necessarily know how to get out. So they've gone to the other end down south to talk to all the other guards at the end. They seem kind of like frantic and in a hurry, pissed off, and just kind of milling about.
We're all in the room by ourselves again then, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Gotho, let me move you over to the Chimera.
I'm just kind of guessing by the grass around here. We're in open air out here. By
Yeah,
the
this is
correct?
open air. Yeah.
They are
And
now.
now that there's a massive hole in the wall leading to where the Chimera is, basically we could. I mean, this is all kind of open to the backside of the castle, the fortress here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we don't necessarily have to go out the way we came in, possibly.
No, I mean, like there's about 5 stories up to the top of the wall here surrounding Viber's ruin. But there's no like visible holes in the back, the main structure of the wall. You've merely just like blown apart a room and open it up to
There's just an
the
open
moonlight here.
courtyard there,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
Oh, I
think we agreed. What was it? This line right here, and
It's just gone.
all of this area was pretty much fucked. Yeah,
Okay.
something like that. So, what are you guys up to? What are you doing? Are you risking it? Just waiting a couple moments, resting, or
Randall hasn't even rested yet, and he's actually been this whole time working on extracting this heart from the Chimera.
okay? Yeah. Yep.
And it's
I think because I took Font of Inspiration, that is doop-a-doo. That happens after I got all my bardic inspiration back because I finished a short rest.
Yep. Yeah. Absolutely.
Do that.
Just
give
for you guys and the
myself
viewers as well, they did hit level 5 last week after the 2 encounters that they survived. Although a little more closer to the knife than I thought it would be, but they are 5th level now. Just as a heads up for everyone watching.
Oh.
So yeah,
Forrest
you get all that back.
Clutching Ralph.
Okay.
Just kind of holding on to him, looking around.
Milling about. Okay.
security leg.
Roll
guards
me
see
a.
us?
I'd say roll me a perception check really quick, just a general perception check.
Can everybody roll one?
Just
Are
just
you
you.
saying
Just
everyone?
I'd say the both of you in that room actually, Fora and
Okay.
Baranus. 10. Okay.
I also have +2.
Yeah. So when you just quickly, glancing around, looking about the ruined state of the room, the small pock marks of where the bombs have hit, the shrapnel kind of exploding everywhere. Previously, where you had just seen the kobold, remember when you had entered, there was a small divot in the wall where it looked like something could be placed, and you did hear this side passage open up. The side passage now, from the weight of the explosion and just the rubble hitting it, it looks like a small door is cracked open, and there seems to be a passage leading down that you saw the kobold run from. Also, with the 24, you can start to see the soldiers down the hall. They start to mill about. They seem to be giving orders. There seems to be one larger captain, a little more well-dressed, looking a little more regal than the others. He quickly barks some orders and flashes his hands, and the 2 soldiers stuck inside of the quote-unquote kill chamber begin to hack down a side door and quickly move into the west end of the castle out of sight.
Okay.
So they can't go through the gate where we are, right?
No, the gate's currently barred off. Yeah, you guys have barred it off.
But there are other entrances to that room besides the gate.
Yeah, like in front of you. You know, if you were to look down to the bottom of the castle to the south, there are, there's about 4 entrances into this room, excluding the staircases coming down from the 2nd level. So there's multiple ways to get into this room.
Okay.
The staircases to the 2nd level are actually both now blown out, right? Because the one on the left has been blown out and the one on the right's already gone.
Yeah, the one's covered by rubble rather.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so immediately where I see the people go, can I make an intelligence check to assume where they are, have a general idea of where they're gonna pop out? Like, where would they enter this room?
Where did you guys? You came through the 2nd floor, so yeah. Go ahead, give me an intelligence check. That was a save. Do you have anything? I don't think you have anything.
No.
Okay, so yeah, we'll take that. For checks, click the big number. It's both a +3, so I'll give you the 21. You remember, like, as you were coming through the 2nd floor, there were a couple of large and small holes in the ground that you could see down to the 1st floor. There seems to be no way on the west end to get into this this west side of the room here, or rather this room right here. There seems to be no way to come from that particular direction. But you remember on the right-hand side, as you were passing by, there were a couple of staircases that seemed to lead both up and down between the floors.
Okay. We need to get out of here, probably.
Let's go upstairs. I don't think we should stay down here.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, let's round up the others. Hey!
I'll have your heart yet, you bastard!
Hey, get Randall! Randall! Come on, we need to go. We need to get out of this area.
Kill them all!
How close is Randall to getting the heart?
There's like small amounts of sinew that are holding on, and albeit like as small as they are, they seem to be clutching. Like he's had to cut through with his hand axe or battle axe a couple of times. But they seem kind of rough. Like maybe about 5 minutes out from getting it out.
Okay. I'm gonna attempt to like reach over his shoulder and not grab the heart, but grab like the muscle and sinew and stuff that's around it, and Gotha's just gonna try and like rip the opening wide enough for Randall to pull the heart.
Okay, all right, go ahead. Give me a strength. Give me a strength check.
You know, both of us or just Gotha?
I'd say both of you. You can have advantage because yeah, you reach in, pull it. You can't quite like split it, but you can pull enough of the flesh and muscle to the right hand side. That he has a little bit of easier access to the heart to cut the sinew surrounding it and gripping onto it.
So are we able to extract the heart?
So he got it? Or?
Yeah, I'd say again like a couple more minutes. I'm just leaving it open if anyone else is doing anything.
Gotcha.
Laura is just standing there nervously, like waiting for them to do this so they can skedaddle.
Okay.
About
So
how big is the heart, Jay?
it's the size of your head.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say.
Pretty fucking large. Like it finally, like after a couple moments, you have to like dig in. You have to get a smaller knife from your pouch and cut in behind it. It takes a couple moments to saw through that. Finally, like, lets loose with like a sickly like sound as you're like shot back from the force. Gotha, you feel like almost immediately the entire body starts to like freeze up and react. The muscles start to tighten, and the wound starts to like close and tighten around your hands. You quickly have to pull your hands out. I'd say in that time too, you guys got about 5 claws from the Chimera's paws. Got a couple of tufts of the lion's mane, 1 horn from the ram head, and 4 red dragon scales. What do you guys want to do? You guys heading upstairs?
Yeah. Is there any other entrance outside of upstairs where we're going, where they could come in?
Sorry, one more time.
All right. I'm gonna put. I'm gonna use minor image.
Okay.
And put a bunch of our like footprints going out the opposite way. So going into like that southwestern.
Okay. All right. Do you have to roll
the way that Talon ran out?
No, that was southeast.
Oh, you're right. My bad.
Go ahead and give me a d20 real quick. You see him start to focus his hands. Ooh, close. You see him start to focus and his hands start to move. You see small little pockmarks of dust start to, almost as if like there's somebody invisible walking, just a footprint leading into the southern room. With like a further inspection, you can see a slight ripple as you see through the illusion, but they look real enough to fool anyone.
Can I put some cow hooves going that way too?
yeah. There's like 4 sets of footprint. It seems like he got them pretty accurately, and then suddenly like cow hooves just. Didn't she use a cow to distract the kobold? What is it with you and cows? Didn't she?
Continuity, okay?
Continuity. Okay.
So are we all heading upstairs then?
Yeah, you guys can head upstairs to the second floor, but you'd have to make a quick athletics check to get up, as the right staircase is covered in rubble and unusable. The left staircase has been blown apart by you guys. There's a rather large crater, and although the second floor is still available, it's about 10 to 15 feet up now. You can get help by using a rope, having Gotho run up and use a rope to pull you up, or anchoring a rope up there. That will make it easier, but let's see if I can throw in a crater for y'all. Does this work? Where'd it go? It's right next to... It's not... Alright, it's not showing right now, but I'll get a crater for you guys. Oh, no, wait.
I see a tiny little...
there we go. There you go.
You are here.
I mean, that's effectively...
That's basically what happened.
Myranus is kind of buried underneath it, but it's effectively what you've done is that.
Help.
So with our checks, are Gotho and Randall able basically to...
Yeah, I'd say Gotho, you quickly, pounce off the right hand side of the wall, jump up, have an arm, and then you lift Randall up quickly enough, get him up. If you want to help the other two as well, they seem to be like trying to find a handhold on the wall and jump up, but Forrest is kind of
is the how far down are they able to reach close enough where Gotho can just reach down and grab him by the hand?
Yeah, like just with Randall, like you keeping a hand on it and hanging a little bit, you can reach up and pull them if you'd like.
Oh, with me still hanging off the edge, sure.
Yeah. Okay. So takes a couple of moments. You can actually hear footsteps upstairs, but they seem to be a floor above you as you get up there, Randall. But you guys well and easily enough make your way up after a moment of quick thinking, and we're back on the second floor without Gilda. Dead bodies still there.
Oh, Gilda's arm's right there.
Yeah, that's her arm. Exactly.
That's her arm. No, her arm. I think her arm's over on the west tower there.
Yeah, I was gonna say her arm is like over. Yeah, over here.
Poor Gilda.
Yeah, it's a long jump. It's a long jump, man.
I can make it. Randall can do it.
Okay,
You'll
so
have to toss me.
Toss me.
I'm not having you toss me. You can't throw for shit.
Don't tell the elf.
Don't tell the elf.
only 9 feet.
Yeah, is that more than 9 feet?
Yeah,
no,
right.
No, Gotho, no.
No.
Oh, no.
Never throwing anything again.
Yeah, watch your next throw. I'm gonna let it be 60
if it's 8
feet.
If it's 8 feet, you throw me. all
Again,
right?
I just to clarify, okay, like it, you could have like thrown it with such force it just went straight down, right? It's all about the aim. It's not about the force and how strong you are. It's all about the aim. Just to justify it, because I've had like 1 or 2 people be like, "Bruh, how the fuck you only throw 9 feet?" Like, okay.
He's a master
All right.
of martial arts, but throwing small objects.
Hey man, you're a master of healing, but if you roll low enough, it's shit healing.
9's not even that low of a roll. I mean, that's a miss for sure, but a miss by that margin.
It's,
What the heck?
You could yell at me in DMs about it if you want.
We spend the next hour yelling about bears if you want.
Yeah,
But
right.
the bear was
Suddenly there's a bear.
I really hope you end up running downhill from a bear.
I hope you forget what type of
I
bear.
really hope you don't ever have to throw more than 10 feet. Okay, so you guys are on the second floor, and again, as Gotho pulls you all up, he's the last to finally climb up, looking a little winded from holding all of your weight for a brief moment. You can
finally
hear
got up. Ha boom.
2 sets of footsteps in the floor above you. A couple of muffled voices. They seem to be cursing. One of them like peeks through a hole in the floor and goes, "Ha! Wait there!" And then like quickly disappears as they start to like hurry a little bit more.
Does this look like a human or a kobold?
It's a human. Yeah, it's a human from the ninth. One of the guards previously in the kill hall.
There's even more.
I say we don't wait here. I say we run.
How many of them can be left? We only counted 8 or 9. And
There could have easily been 20 of them asleep in a room in the basement. We have no idea how many are here.
Yeah, I don't think we should wait. I think we should go.
I mean, if you want to stand and fight, Randy Randall will stand and fight, but we should really get out of here.
Laura says this as she's just clutching her leg nervously, like.
Well, Ralph.
Ralph.
Yeah. Are you guys seeing her holding this giant leg? Has anyone else seen this? Anyone else?
And Gotho tried to take it away from her
Yeah.
once before, and she wouldn't let go.
Randall, how are you feeling about this leg she's holding? Is it
Jealous. Other than that, that's about it.
okay? All right.
But Randall keeps that, focused inward. He's not gonna. They can project
Good on
that
you.
rest
Good
of
on
the
you,
group,
Randall.
You know what I mean?
Such willpower.
I'd like to roll perception to see where the exit is.
Okay.
Where
we
that guy
just do
basically
exit
where that
one
guy
time?
where that guy didn't run.
You can roll an intelligence check if you want to remember where you guys came from, because you did come in from a side entrance.
Shit.
Wait,
I
we
mean,
have-
you
we
know.
have to roll intelligence to remember where we came from.
Yeah. What are you gonna roll? History?
I?
Oh, we rolled history
Search
or
through the
something. Well, I
parchments of the eons. No, it's intelligence just to recall
Shut
quick
up,
things.
Jim.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I'm gonna roll intelligence to see how smart I am. Ah, shit. No.
No,
that's-
not very. Sorry, that's only a 9-foot throw right there.
God damn it.
You can
yeah,
only
you
remember
can-
16 minutes back.
You can briefly recall for that it was on the western side, but you can't accurately retrace your steps in your mind. Just with the battle just previously passed.
Okay.
I'm just Baranus is just gonna
Yeah.
pull out his map and start walking.
Feel free to.
Okay. All right. Looks like
How much-
Brandis
how
knows
much
what to
are-
do.
How much does Randall remember? Does he remember?
Did you and Fora? Yeah, you can remember that it
we
was.
both came in together.
It was probably in the direction where Baranus was headed. And you remember it was
This way!
actually I don't remember. Did you guys come in on the 3rd floor or the 2nd floor?
No, dude, we came in. Oh my god, dude. Continuity. No. We came in on this floor.
Okay, yeah.
Randall turned down this hallway right now. Then
There,
cut in-
yeah, I gave you the option to go to the 3rd floor, but you. Oh no, you
we
did.
Ended up
You.
knocking a hole straight through and going and climbing. Straight
Yeah,
through
no.
the
It was Baranus and Gotho that went to the 3rd floor momentarily.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can
We're
move your
going this
tokens.
way, I guess. Go, though. Come on.
Quickly!
We have munitions. We should just walk out front door.
But
There's
we
lots
don't
of
know.
them at the front
I
door!
don't know if they're at the front door, and I don't feel like fighting anybody, and I don't feel like losing Ralph again.
We have killed their leaders, most of the men. They will probably just let us leave. Unless they want to fight the 4 people with bombs.
Who is this Ralph fellow anyway?
Oh, well, this was Ralph.
Why are you carrying a leg?
I just have an attachment to it, okay? Jeez.
Baranus, which way?
It's over here. I want to look over at Randy and kind of whisper like, an attachment to the leg.
I'm glad you guys are paying attention. Can I roll a stealth check?
Yeah, good idea. Go ahead, give me a stealth
I'd
check.
like to be quiet, if I can.
So would I, but it doesn't work often.
You see Fora like just kind of creeps down with the leg. She doesn't seem to be like crouching fully or hiding at all. She's just kind of crouching and just shifty-eyed
just
walking
watch her
forward.
crouch walk by like.
I think this is doing a lot to help my cause.
Are you like making like a 3rd footprint to like mask your like?
Steps 2 and then steps to the right. Steps 2, steps to the right.
where I carried you in the sand.
They'll come by and they'll be like, "Oh, this is Bill's footprints." Obviously, they
Yeah.
didn't go this way.
Well, Bill's right leg was here. His name actually was Ralph. Whoa!
Canon, he was Ralph. One day, his wife is gonna recognize his leg. One day, you'll meet his wife. She'll be like, "That's
In
Ralph's
the
leg."
arms of another woman.
What are you doing with
The
Ralph's
ultimate betrayal and death.
Even in death, he's trying.
Yeah, so we could fast forward this really quick as you guys are like at the hallway where you entered in. You guys can quickly after a couple moments of going through one room, another one, not this way. Baranus is kind of face down in the map. As you look over, it's not even a map of the keep; it's just a map of Virhan, and he's just kind of like strumming along. Goes down the hallway. You just follow him. You guys make it out with enough time. You, Gotho and Baranus, you can quickly tell this is the way that Fora and Randall came in. And the pittons, I found out how to pronounce it. It's pittons. You can stop fucking yelling at me, chat. It's pittons. The pittons that they used to climb up are still in place. You guys can, with enough speed, get down in a couple of moments.
Randall doesn't bother with the pittons. He has jumps.
You.
No, I'm kidding. That's
Oh
not
my
what
god!
happens.
I got so excited for a second.
I know you did. I know you did for half a second.
Someone whispered somewhere, Jody.
3d6 fall damage. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's roll this.
All right. You guys again. You make it out. Not gonna bring up the first map there because it's just on the outskirts of it. Unless you guys would like to go around to the front. You make it out with it not too much trouble, thankfully. And
actually, Randall would like to take one of the explosives. If we've exited the ruins at this point,
yeah.
There's a bridge leading across to the gatehouse, right? We had to cross.
Yeah,
over
yeah,
a bridge,
at the southern end, yes.
Can we? Is there any way that we could sneak over there? And by we, I mean the royal we. Me. Is there any way Randall could sneak over there and plant an explosive charge underneath the gatehouse, kind of like up underneath that drawbridge?
Okay.
And just blow
Interesting.
that sucker?
Yeah, I don't have a map for the outside of the castle. So okay, roll me stealth if you'd like to.
Ye old stealth roll.
Ye old stealth roll.
Well, fuck.
Okay.
Yeah. How's that going for us?
Give me a sec
Can
here.
I see him walking off?
Yeah, you can see him just kind of like duck down and.
I grab him by the scruff, like, no, this way, this way.
Your map is useless. You don't know what you're doing. Stop.
Can I like separate them?
Yeah.
Southwest tower. We could go that way. How we came in.
Have you even seen his map?
It's kind of
So
does not need a map. We go southwest, same way we came.
real quick.
Southwest. It's dark out here.
Let me describe your guys' surroundings because you actually have
dark vision.
exited the castle. It's probably, I mean, like just for your guys' knowledge, it's probably about 3 a.m. The moon seems to be kind of waning. It in front of you, like as you guys come out of this hole that Fora and Randall created in the wall, you find yourselves on the outside of the keep on the western end. With the, again, unnatural forest in front of you. Complete blackness aside from the frontal trees in the in your eyesight. It's kind of a calm and clear night. Again, as soon as you step out onto the grass outside of the keep, you can hear like strange sounds of echoing laughter from within the forest. Every time the laugh kind of shrieks and trills through the air, a couple of ravens from nearby, they just kind of like caw and fly away as far as they can, land on another couple of trees. You guys have made it outside of the castle. If you want to go and blow the gatehouse, you can just travel down. But again, I don't have a map for the outside of the castle. The 4 by 4 inches of grass outside of it. So if you want to roll a stealth check, okay. And do what you guys want to do.
That's where Randall was like headed.
Yeah,
But
okay.
at this point, he's been waylaid by his companions, which is it's honestly it's all up in the air, meaning he's being held aloft, and yes, he'll go with the flow from here.
We need to go east, right?
Yeah.
To get to where we need to be. So
Like on the world map, don't we need to go southwest?
I think we need to go east and then north, right, to get to where the woods, the one area that you pointed out, or that's where his keep is, I guess.
Yeah, specifically. So if we want to go to the world map, specifically, Tomath did mark on your guys' map. He did tell you guys go to the Fairy Woods. The Fairy Woods is where he travels through.
Right.
He didn't give you any other indication of what was happening, where it was, where he was coming from. All you guys know is that he goes through the Fairy Woods, past the forest, or through the forest, north of Viber's Ruin, up through the Fairy Woods and up to Greywell's Tower.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So
Is there like a known road through the Fairy Woods that's like
there
where travelers go?
There
or
was
is-
a road leading into the forest to the west of the Fairy Woods. 'Cause there's a small patch of trees that kind of leads into the Fairy Woods that you guys saw. There was a path, but you guys opted to go around the woods when it started to be unnatural and kind of eerie and freaky. So if you want to retrace your steps, you can go west and back up into the path, or you can just enter from wherever.
Can we like back off from the ruins and just make camp for the night and get
Yeah.
a long rest then?
Yeah, sure. Are you guys rolling stealth, or are you just walking through?
Stealth, please.
Might as well. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, roll me stealth checks.
You want me to roll another one, or am I still?
Nope, you got that 9. Varanus, he's like a leaf on the wind. You see him one moment, just he's 10 feet in front of you.
You want to be humming.
That's how he's mentally, right? Like,
One thought to the next.
leaf on the wind. That one.
Gotho, are you rolling stealth?
Gotho's like noticeably not being stealthy.
Yeah,
he's
just
looking
walking through.
he's looking agitated. Like, can we get on with this?
Okay.
Well, he's
Um,
carrying around a halfling. And
you guys.
Well, that and he's carrying the giant box of explosives too.
That too.
So I can only be just so
I
stealthy.
forgot about.
Well, no,
Oh, wait,
the,
never mind. We
No,
loaded
we
it into the
put. I
bag.
was gonna say we put those in the bag. Yeah.
yeah, in the bag of holding, you guys
I'm
put the
carrying
munitions.
them.
Yeah, you guys kind of walk south down to where you would know the entrance to Viber's Ruin is. Quickly, kind of go down underneath onto the second bottom level of the bridge, and make your way across with enough time left to quickly evade the patrols that are now patrolling the bridge. It takes a couple of scary moments as like Gotho steps, and there's like a creak, and you hear the footsteps above you stop, but then they just continue on. You guys make it well enough through into the southern gardens, past the bridge, and is that where you guys want to make camp, or do you want to go further?
I think that's a good spot to make camp.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys actively trying to hide the camp? Let me know what's going on.
Yeah.
How close to the fairy forest are we? The fairy woods.
It's at this point you're heading south. It's probably about 50 feet to your right. It's just kind of looming over you, casting this dark shadow as the moon slowly disappears behind the trees from the position that you're in.
I don't like the feel of these trees.
Why not? What's wrong with the trees?
This
Do you remember
forest.
the blackness? What we felt?
Well, yes, but I don't see anything wrong with the trees.
I
This
wasn't
forest
afraid,
is not natural. Gotho can feel it.
I'm gonna look
We
around.
we should not sleep in the woods.
Yeah, let's not sleep in the woods.
Okay.
I
Well,
look around. I don't see anything magical that would be harmful.
Give me an investigation check. Since you're
Jay, do you vape?
no, dude, no. Jesus Christ. Again, like looking over the woods again, it doesn't seem magical, but rather just very uncanny, very eerie, and unnerving.
I don't see any issues.
There's no, there's no nothing magical like within the radius as you quickly like snoop around as they start to set up camp in the gardens, hiding under an archway perhaps. There's nothing around that could potentially spring a trap on you. No magical creature in sight. But probably should have made you roll Arcana there, but it was a direct investigation, so.
It's okay. Don't worry. And then I just want to start making my stupid little tent again.
Okay. All right. You guys doing anything before you rest at all? Is there any conversations you guys want to have, or do you want to just fast forward through the rest?
I want to extract the heart from the bag of holding, and I want to look over it. And also, do I have any previous knowledge about a Chimera heart? What would I know about its properties? Basically, is this thing gonna kill me if I eat it? That's
You
what
want
I'm
it-
looking for.
Eat it?
Is it a potato?
Okay, go ahead and give me, I'd say give me a nature check.
Nature, okay. Oh God in heaven! I'm gonna
I mean,
die.
if you cooked it, it looks edible.
I'm not cooking it. I'm just wondering if it's gonna is it like a bear liver where it's gonna kill me because it has so much iron in it? Like.
I have no idea. It's just this kind of messy, gross, like oddly like hard, and like again hard and solid rather on the outside, almost as if like covered completely in muscle. There's no real squishiness to it, but I mean you don't even know if you'd be able to bite into it, let alone if it kill you.
I will attempt to bite it.
Gotho taps him on the shoulder.
What?
You thinking of eating that?
What? Yes, of course. Yondala has given us a victory, my friend. We should celebrate.
I'm sticking my head out the tent to watch this.
Celebrate with potato.
Potato and heart. I like it.
Snags the potato.
Byranus, would you like a potato?
Looking over.
No.
you do want one.
I think you do. They're
No.
awfully good for you.
Mm.
Wait, maybe I do. No, I don't.
This
Thank
is
you.
This is that trust thing we were talking about.
Listen, this is one of the best potatoes you will ever put inside your body. I swear. Can I roll a persuasion check, please?
Give me a persuasion check. Roll me an insight check, Baranus, if you want to contest it. There's a moment. Do you get that +2 on persuasion, or is that only on perception?
Oh, actually.
No, it's
that's only on
perception and survival. I think yeah. There's a moment where like she's like, yeah, okay, makes sense, and then logic kind of starts to seep in, and it's just why would anyone ask that of you? That's somewhat absurd.
Trust is very good between teammates and friends, and no potato. Close the tent. Go back in.
Randall just, as soon as he closes the tent, the potato just like thunks up against it and falls to the ground.
I'll stick my hand out and grab it from under the tattoo.
He'll eat the potato.
He will. In time, he will.
While they are throwing the potato around, Gotho is setting up a tripwire trap around the perimeter.
Okay.
So that if someone stumbles upon us, it's going to make noise.
Okay. What are
He's
you
doing
using
this,
to make the
doing
trap?
this using the climbing rope that we purchased in town, and also the climbing pittons. Basically, where as soon as they step on the rope, it's just going to tip them over and make clanking sounds.
Okay, so like tying two together, so they when triggered they clank together, or
like putting them on the wall, where if someone were to step through the rope,
Okay,
it would just very loosely on the wall, so that if they hit it, it's just going to drag it and clank onto the floor.
Okay, I'd say for that, give me a quick survival check with. Yeah, just survival check. I was gonna say with advantage, but yeah, it takes. I mean, it takes a little longer. You don't fail doing it, but it does take a little bit longer to get it set up than you'd hope.
How much of the heart have I eaten by the time Gotho's done
Are you
with this?
actually eating the heart?
I'm trying, Jay. I'm.
Okay, we'll get to that. We get to that. It just takes you a little while. You get them set up successfully. A couple of them can't seem to stay in the limestone that you're trying to put them into. So there's a couple spots where you have to give up. But you've got like maybe 5 of the 8 entrances into this small little garden covered. So it should be enough, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Randall.
Yes.
Eating the heart. It's like what can I do to throw Jay the biggest curveball possible?
This honestly, it shouldn't be. I'm trying to eat. I'm trying to eat something. That's all I'm trying to do.
I got you.
You got it. Like you got me. You feel me. You feel me.
You bite into
I
the
want to
heart.
become one with that goat head. You know what I mean?
You bite into the heart. It's again solid on the outside. It takes a couple of of hard chews to even break the skin.
Like I have to gnaw on it.
Yeah,
almost.
you're like sitting there doing like the Guy Fieri,
rich,
like the
juicy
double.
texture.
You gotta and like really get in there. You guys watch as like Randall's just sitting there, kind of on it all by his lonesome, next to the campfire, just fucking working on this Chimera heart.
But I'm making it look really cool.
Roll me a con check, or con save rather.
Con save. All right, guys, it's in the bag. What the fuck? Oh my god! Are you serious?
As you finally sink your teeth in.
If I choke on a heart, I'm done.
Your mouth like it starts to fill with this oozing liquid. It's blood, but it's more iron.
Does it taste wonderful?
It's viscous. It's gross. And we'll find out what happens to him right after the quick break. We're gonna take our first break.
Oh my god!
I knew you were gonna fucking feel it.
Oh
Never
man.
break this early. Oh.